If you need to serve an amazing brunch to lots of people, you really can't beat Menemen. This dish is not only luxurious, but also infinitely scalable. I saw it on Refika's YouTube channel years ago. Then I saw it on Chef John's channel. Basically, it's scrambled eggs with a tomato sauce and cheese. And even though I don't really like scrambled eggs, I decided to give it a shot. And you know what? Menemen knocked my socks off. The texture is completely different from normal scrambled eggs. It's not clumpy, and then it has an incredible richness and creaminess without that awful snotty raw egg texture. I like it even more than shakshuka. With shakshuka, it's very difficult to control the doneness of the eggs. Here, it's a piece of cake. Let's start by prepping our veggies. There's one yellow onion. It's a rustic dish, so the exact size of pieces doesn't matter. Dice some bell peppers. I'm using red, but yellow and orange would work well too, basically anything but green. I'll only use half of a pepper, but all the amounts are completely flexible in this dish. I like to add a hint of spice, but that's optional. Normally I do it with a Hungarian pepper, but my store didn't have any this week, so I decided to try an Anaheim pepper because it looked similar. That turned out to be a bit of a waste because it didn't have any heat, but it's easy to add some heat with a chili paste later. Set a stainless steel or a non-stick skillet over medium heat. Add 3 tablespoons of butter and wait for it to melt. Swirl the skillet. Add the onions and peppers. Season generously with salt and mix to combine. Cover and let the veggies sweat for about 5 to 10 minutes, checking up on them and stirring every couple of minutes. In the meantime, let's prep the rest of the ingredients. We'll need a couple of garlic cloves, thinly sliced or put through a garlic press. A scallion, finely sliced. A ton of fresh delicate herbs. Today I'm using dill and cilantro, but parsley, basil, and mint are also great. If it's a special occasion, you might want to peel the tomatoes. On a busy morning, I don't bother. To peel them, make a little cut in the bottom. Dunk them into boiling water for 10 seconds and fish them out. Let them cool slightly, core and peel. Canned tomatoes are also fine, but I like fresh tomatoes better. If tomatoes are not in season, use the small Campari tomatoes. They are picked ripe year-round. They're bigger than cherry, but smaller than regular tomatoes. Let's chop them up and take a look at what's happening in our skillet. The onions are translucent and all the veggies are golden. We're not looking for brown and crisp here. Let's add the garlic and a pinch of salt and cook it for a couple of minutes, just until aromatic. Now tomatoes go in, and since my peppers had no heat, I'll add a little dollop of the Turkish pepper paste. It's like tomato paste, but slightly spicy. A generous pinch of salt, a little black pepper, and a good glug of olive oil. Stir well to combine, then cover the pan and wait for tomatoes to break down into a sauce. Check up on them every couple of minutes and give them a stir to make sure you don't burn them. This looks fantastic. Make sure to taste for salt before adding the eggs. Let's sprinkle on a little cheddar, about an ounce, and add the eggs. Don't worry if you break the yolks, we'll be scrambling the eggs. I don't know if you noticed that I am using a stainless steel skillet. For most scrambled egg dishes, that's a no-no. But for this one, that's no problem. The tomato sauce prevents the eggs from sticking. Add a little salt on top of each egg and start mixing. The heat should be just below medium. You don't want the eggs to set too quickly. Oh, I forgot something. We need a bit more butter. What's so cool about this dish is that it's an emulsion. It has water from the vegetables and the fat from the butter and cheese. The eggs serve the function of making it all much more viscous and creamy. Once the mixture thickens, taste it for salt. I prefer to take Menemen off the heat when the eggs are thick, but not solid. They will continue to cook a little more while the dish rests. If you want them cooked through, you can continue to cook until they start to clump up. Sprinkle on more cheese. then scallions and herbs. If you have some Aleppo chili, it makes a very pretty accent. Smoked paprika could be fun too. Cover the pan for a couple of minutes to let the cheese melt and enjoy. Some form of bread is a must here. You could do a warm pita or a crunchy baguette. Any bread works. The hardest part is not dropping it on my camera while trying to eat it. This is a very flexible dish. You could add some sausage. You could add some veggies like spinach or chard. The only change I would strongly advise against is reducing the fat. But if you're watching this channel, you already knew that. Here are more very detailed culinary tutorials for you to check out. And if you are ever in the Boston area, maybe I'll see you in one of my classes.